Alright, the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL is here, improved and better than ever. Also with a price tag to nearly match the S24 Ultra. Pixel 9 Pro XL is $1,200, only $100 cheaper than the S24 Ultra. So I want to dive in, unbox the Pixel 9 Pro and see if this is what finally beats the S24 Ultra or not. Every time a new phone is released, there is the initial period of awe and sometimes things get blown out of proportion. So let's just look at the Pixel 9 Pro XL and see what's going on here. And at the end, I'm going to give you guys a quick and simple conclusion. Can the Pixel 9 Pro XL demolish the S24 Ultra? So first, let's go ahead and quickly unbox the Pixel 9 Pro XL and see what's going on here. Now this is going to be in the porcelain color, which is basically a white color. So let's see what's going on here. Now this time, it seems it is a slide out box, as you can see. And out of this box, we get this guy right here that simply slides out. So I'm going to put this to the side. And here it is. And I do have to say, it feels really nice. The whole box feels very nice. I like how they have a drawing of the actual Pixel 9 instead of a photo like here. So it's like a dual experience. And then I'm going to lift this up. And inside, we have the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Looks absolutely beautiful. I always have been a fan of this bar design. So let's pull this up. Grab this. Put it over here for a second. And in the box, basically what you get is you have a USB Type-C cable. Obviously, we don't get chargers anymore with these flagship smartphones. But in this box, if you flip it over, you'll also get a user guide inside that little case. So that's that. In that case, you get this, and you also get a pin ejector tool, as you can see. All right, so let's put this to the side and take a look at this guy right over here. By the way, the links to buy the Pixel 9 Pro XL will be down below. Best Buy is giving a free $200 gift card with every Pixel purchase. And also you can use their trade-in calculator to see how much you would get as a trade-in credit. And they are offering up to $1,099 in trade-in credits based on the phone that you trade in. All right, so here we have it. As you can see, that's a beautifully machined product. Let's come close to the cameras. So we do have a Pro triple camera system. And what we are going to have is we are going to have a 50 megapixel main camera, a 48 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 48 megapixel telephoto camera with 5 times optical zoom. Now, if you look at the back over here, this is going to be Gorilla Glass Victus 2. So it is using the latest build quality. And the same is true for the display. Now, if you look at the sides, we have the power button, the volume rocker. Now, the only problem I'm seeing here is the shiny finish. I do wish they have gone with the matte finish like the back. Now, you can see side by side with the S24 Ultra, which is at the bottom, we have this nice matte finish versus the shiny aluminum. By the way, this is aluminum, and this over here is titanium. So not only do we have matte finish on the S24 Ultra, we also have slightly better build quality with that titanium finish. But for me, the titanium itself is not a huge problem, but the matte finish is actually a huge deal, but that's my personal preference. Now, for some reason though, I do like this bar, the camera bar, as opposed to this. It's just something new, something unique. I mean, the craftsmanship on both is amazing, but for some reason, I just get drawn to this. Regardless, it is a beautiful product. So if you look over here, we have the SIM card tray, USB Type-C port, speaker grill at the bottom. If I slide it over, on this side, we've got nothing. Nice and clean. On the top, we've got microphone right over here. We do have one microphone that's built in right over here. And let's see what else we have. Any other microphones? And we do have a microphone right here at the bottom. So it looks like we have 3 microphones. Here's just one more look at the side. A very fine looking product. I do wish they had done this matte, but beyond that, everything is beautiful. All right, so once you set up the phone, which only takes a couple minutes, we get dumped into the home screen. Let's see what's going on here. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys is the brand new in-display fingerprint sensor that is now an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. It used to be the cheaper optical, now it is ultrasonic. So let's see how fast that works. I'm going to tap, put my finger, we are right inside. That was extremely fast. Let me do that one more time. Turn off the phone, double tap to wake up, or if you are in the always on display, you can still access that fingerprint sensor. It is right here, and we are in fact right inside with nice, smooth, fluid animation. Let's do that one more time. Tap, we are inside. Perfect. All right, let me go to the settings real quick. I'm going to show you a couple more things. So if you do go down, and if you go to security and privacy, and if I go to my device unlock, you can see we have the fingerprint and face unlock available. Face unlock is going to be available via the 42 megapixel front-facing selfie camera. And if I go inside, these are the options you're going to see in the fingerprint and face unlock area. So I do want to let you guys know that the S24 Ultra also has an ultrasonic under display fingerprint sensor. So in that respect, Pixel has actually caught up to the S24 Ultra. Like I said previously, it was an optical sensor which was cheaper and less secure. Now going back over here to the display, we also have a brand new display. And again, this display, the front glass is Gorilla Glass Victus 2. So we do have the latest build quality. Remember, the S24 Ultra actually uses Gorilla Glass armor, which is slightly more superior. But when it comes to the brightness, now we have up to 3000 nits of peak brightness. And by the way, I do want to let you know that again, the S24 Ultra also has a peak brightness of 3000 nits. So in that respect, Pixel has also caught up to it, and you can see the displays side by side. This is a square look. This is a more rounded look. This does appear to be a slightly larger screen. We have 6.9 versus 6.8. But they're both 120 Hz, so they are super smooth in operation. I do want to let you know, though, it does feel like the S24 Ultra is slightly more brighter. So let's maximize these real quick. Enable this adaptive and maximize it. Okay, so side by side, the S24 Ultra feels like it's slightly more bright, but you can tell me what you see in the display. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So it is in fact a highly bright screen. Let's keep it here at something manageable, but it's going to be very easy to see this phone out in bright daytime conditions, especially if you have the adaptive brightness set. You can see we have the super smooth display up to 120 Hz, and we can in fact pick up a resolution. We can go for the full resolution of the display, or we can go to high resolution, and that's going to save you some battery. Let's just stick to the full resolution and go back. And looks like we have this menu here that I've not seen before. It's the touch diagnostics menu that allows you to run some diagnostics on your hardware. Okay, so that's that. We do have the night light, obviously. We have that on every phone. And we also have the dark theme. We can enable that or disable it as I please. Now when I press and hold on the power button, it is going to bring up the Gemini AI. Okay, and I can have a conversation with Gemini AI as if it's a person. By now, I'm sure everybody knows how AI works. So let me give you an example with the Gemini AI and show you what it can do just as an example. So let's launch it. Can you create an image of a unicorn so my 5-year-old daughter can see it and be happy? So obviously you cannot do that with the Google Assistant. It is generating text and images, and it is...
Sure, here are a few images of unicorns that your daughter might like.
Okay, so you saw it responded like a human and gave me 4 photos. And I'm sure if I show this to my daughter, she's going to actually love them. I can tap on them to expand them, as you can see, and even save them. So that's Gemini, and it can also do all the other stuff like setting up alarms, setting up timers, putting stuff on your calendar. So all the things Google Assistant can do, Gemini can do it now as well. And it's going to be even faster because it gets better and better every day. And again, obviously the S24 Ultra has access to the same Gemini Assistant or Google Assistant. So it's not a huge deal. It's not exclusive to the Pixel. You get that on any other Android smartphone. So that's one of the core AI functionalities. Now, another AI feature is actually in the camera application. So this is new. So I'm going to go to my camera. I'm going to scroll over to Add Me feature. Okay, it is right here. And let me just tap on OK over here. I'm going to tap on this question mark. That gives you a tutorial. So basically, you take two photos, okay? First, you take photo of two people or one people, doesn't matter. And then you have another person that was holding the camera walk inside. Maybe switch with these people. And then that is going to add the first picture and the second picture. And it's going to give you a picture where all people are going to show up on the photo. 1 + 1 = 2. So again, for some people, this might be a gimmick. For me, it's nothing special, but it's a feature available. And you can do things like this. So here's a photo of a person, the same person that can appear in the photo twice. So first, I took a photo of her standing here. Then I had her just move over and take this pose. And I took another photo. And basically, if you look over here, that was the first photo. That was the second photo. And this was the addition of both photos using AI. And every time you use the Add Me function, you will see this breakdown at the bottom. You'll see the first and the second photo. So you have access to those photos as well. And you'll see the combination. And if I tap on this one, I can see all the ingredients of that photo. So that's fantastic. All right. Let's move on. So that feature is actually exclusive to the Pixel for now, but again, the Samsung has its own exclusive features. If you go to the Galaxy AI menu under Advanced Features, you'll see that we have a lot of features, AI features in Samsung, exclusive to Samsung for now. Okay. Now, one more thing I like in the Pixel camera is if I go to the camera, and let's say I just want to record a video, but I want to modify the settings for the video, I can tap on this button right here, and I can actually change the exposure, the white balance for videos. And if I do photos, I can change all the pro features manually. Okay, so you do get access to pro features. If you want to manually adjust the brightness, the white balance, the focus, the shutter speed, and the ISO, it's built right in here. Now, we do have Android 14. A lot of people were expecting Android 15, but we do have 14. So it's the same thing as the S24 Ultra, minus the deep levels of customization that the S24 Ultra offers. This is going to be a bare bone Android experience, but it's going to be super nice and fluid. I do believe it's even more fluid than the S24 Ultra, but it's going to have less customization. You cannot even have an empty home screen like you can have on the S24 Ultra to display a gorgeous wallpaper, but you can see we can go to wallpaper, and they both have beautiful wallpapers, including generative AI wallpapers, which should be right here. So look, AI wallpaper, and then over here I have the generative, which is the same thing. So I can create wallpapers out of thin air based on my inputs, as you can see, which is great. Okay, but again, like I said, this phone is going to be much more customizable. You can also have an empty home screen. You cannot have that here for now. And of course, both phones have stereo speakers, and they do sound really good on both of these smartphones. There's also wireless charging on both phones, reverse wireless charging, and also you have things like IP68 water resistance. So certainly the Google Pixel is much more premium than what it was last year. No more missing features. It is a true flagship device. Alright, so I promised you guys a very simple conclusion, and here's what I have to say. So if you have the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra already, and if you're thinking of switching over to the Pixel 9 Pro XL, there is no need to do so. The reason is because Pixel 9 XL Pro in no way is dramatically better than the S24 Ultra. In fact, it probably lags a little bit behind in a few categories, like the fact that the S24 Ultra has a titanium build while the Pixel has an aluminum build around the edges. I also personally prefer the matte finish. However, if you are in the market trying to decide between the S24 and the Pixel 9 Pro XL, then you can actually buy either one of these phones and you are going to be extremely happy and satisfied. And honestly, if you go with the Pixel, you save $100. There's going to be some missing features. You're not going to get the S Pen. You're not going to get the titanium build that you get on the S24 Ultra. But basically everything else is on par and at the same level. The speakers, the displays, the core software experience, and much more. Basically, if the S24 Ultra gets 100 points, Pixel gets 95 points, and that 5-point difference is also reflected in the extra $100 you would end up paying for the S24 Ultra. If you already have this guy, no need to switch. If you are in the market to buy either one of these guys, you can get either one that appeals to you personally and be fully satisfied. That's about it. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.